The text that I'm going to try to read in this video is about changing. The title is Changing Windows and Shifting Sense. Let me see how many paragraphs we have here. Just 2 paragraphs, okay? I found this book here on the library, and it's an old book, but an important book for the professors and teachers. Teaching by Principles, an interactive approach to language pedagogy. This edition, it's an old edition, just the 3rd edition, but I know we have the same book, but the new edition. But here, just this book from 1994. It's a really important book to teachers or to students are trying to understand how to teach them by principles, because here we have a lot of concepts and things important to know. Methodologies, approaches, method and technique. Let's try to read this text here. A glance through the past century or so of language teaching will give an interesting picture of how varied the interpretations have been of the best way to teach a foreign language. As disciplinary schools of the psychology, linguistics, education, for example, have come and gone, so have language teaching methods. It's a hard word to me. Methods, I don't know. Methods waltzed and won in a popularity. Teaching methods as approaches in action are, of course, the practical application of theoretical findings and position. In a field such as ours that is relatively young, it should come as no surprise to discover a wide variety of these applications, some in total philosophical opposition to others over the last 100 years. The last paragraph for today. Albert Mark Wardet saw this changing windows and shifting sense as a cyclical pattern in which a new method emerged about every quarter of century. Each new method broke from the old but took with it some of the positive aspects of the previous practices. A good example of this cyclical nature of methods is found in the revolutionary audiolingual method. Interesting, because here we have, on the first time on this book, because I start to read this book for the maybe 1 month reading this book for this channel, and here in the first time we read something about a method, a specific method, audiolingual. Nice. Audiolingual method, ALM. A description follows. Of the mid-20th century, the ALM borrowed tenets from its predecessor by almost half a century, the direct method, while breaking away entirely from the grammar translation method. Within a short time, however, ALM critics were advocating more attention to thinking, to cognition, and to role learning, which to some make of a return to grammar translation. What follows is a sketch of those change windows and shifting sense of language teaching over the years. Okay, it's enough. It's the topic, changing winds and shifting sense. I don't want to try to explain this because I think it's much difficult for me. It's nice when it's nice to try to read something in a language that you are trying to learning, and I try to learn in English, and to read, I think it's nice. I think it's really important. you can do it. In my case, I don't use an English in my day. I don't use for anything. I don't use an English. And so if you don't use a language in your day, it could be much more difficult to improve in this kind of language. Could be Spanish or German or English. But if you just try to read for a few minutes, I think it's good to improve. And today I tried to read in this text, changing windows and shifting sense. If you wanna see my last video, you can see something about the concepts of methodology, approach, method, curriculum, syllabus, in technique. I read a specific test here, the test before changing windows and shifting sense. I read just the text about this, the concepts according the book. The next video, the next week, if you want to, the next week or the next video, I intend to record a video about the grammar translation method. The grammar translation method, it's nice because it's a method. Okay, let's see. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you like it. And I would like you try to read something in English too. And there is no importance if someone don't like you do it or see you doing this. It's not important. The most important thing is you try to understand or read or just trying to learn in some language, in this case in English, because it's nice, it's good for your mind. Thank you for watching this video again, and see you next week. See ya.